RKO the Infamous NWO back with another video doing my preview for the once in a lifetime match, John Cena versus The Rock. We are 6 days away at this very moment. I don't know when you're going to be watching this video right now, but it could be days, it could be hours, it could be minutes before the match starts. I don't know why you'd be watching a minute before the match starts, but who knows. We are 6 days and counting from Wrestlemania 28, the biggest match of all time, one of the biggest matches of this generation, John Cena versus The Rock. And this is how I look at this match. Like WrestleMania 3, we had Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan. Andre passed the torch to Hogan. WrestleMania 18, we had The Rock versus Hulk Hogan. We had Hulk Hogan pass the torch to The Rock. So that's the old school golden age wrestling passes to the Attitude Era, which leads to The Rock passing it to John Cena at WrestleMania 28. Yes, I see John Cena winning at WrestleMania 28. And this match, I don't know why I gave away my prediction right up, but I'm going to talk about the build up the match. This match, building up all the way from 2008, John Cena going on a radio station calling out The Rock. And The Rock coming back last year, February 14, 2011, calling out John Cena in his epic 20-minute promo, returning to the WWE, being the host of WrestleMania 27, which led to the build-up going into the WWE Championship match of what is The Rock going to do at WrestleMania, because we thought that seeing that promo, there was going to be 1 month going into WrestleMania 27, John Cena versus The Rock. Because since The Rock is the guest host of WrestleMania, he can make any match he pleases. But we end up making the mistake. We end up seeing John Cena versus The Miz. Thinking The Rock was going to get involved, which he did at the WrestleMania 27 match, costing John Cena the WWE Championship after the match got restarted after that stupid double countout, which I'll never ever forget is probably one of the worst WrestleMania main events of all time. Top 5 worst WrestleMania ending main events of all time. But yeah, The Rock coming out the next day on Raw, announcing 1 year in the making, WrestleMania 28, John Cena versus The Rock. They shake their hands, the Nexus comes out, the segment that no one ever wants to remember, when the Nexus comes out and invades. And then when we hear it, it's like, that's a year from now. That's so long from now. It's like, at the time, I felt like, it was like, meh, doesn't matter. It's a year from now. But as time goes on and as Survivor Series came upon us, we had the teaming, the return of The Rock after 7.5 years since WrestleMania 20 at Madison Square Garden 2004. We haven't seen The Rock wrestle since, and does he still have it? And The Rock did have it, did bring it that night at Survivor Series at Madison Square Garden. Ended up beating The Rock and John Cena. Ended up beating R-Truth and The Miz. And I always wondered why The Miz and R-Truth could never won, because R-Truth was getting suspended the next day anyway, so there was no possibility of them ever winning. But yeah, John Cena and The Rock. And then this year, finally, The Rock returning and them going at it back and forth segments, calling each other out, making fun of each other. The Rock concert versus Cena battle. And this coming Raw, this video is being made before Raw has happened, but there probably will be a confrontation that happened this Monday, probably an altercation. But we are 6 days away to see this match, and this is just a huge, ginormous match. Speaking of The Rock and John Cena, pretty much from 2002 to now, 10 years in the WWE. Longer than The Rock's actual career in the WWE, if you count his heel run, or if you count up to WrestleMania 20. If you count from when he debuted to WrestleMania 20, he was only there from November of 1996 to March of 2004, with the huge breaks in between, with doing his movie deals after 2000, 2001. 2002, he came back, and then he left after he dropped the belt to Brock Lesnar. Came back as a heel, faced Stone Cold Steve Austin faced Goldberg, left, and then had his last match in 2004, and then came back all the way to 2007. So that was The Rock's career, and we all thought he was gone for good. We thought that was going to be his last match ever, and we thought we'd never see The Rock again live, and then we saw him, and it was just a huge moment for us because he called out John Cena. And it's like the Attitude Era versus this generation. Everyone who loves John Cena of this era versus everyone of the past who loves The Rock. And it's just like a head-to-head, my guy versus your guy. And people are saying that they're going to do this epic trilogy of this year and then SummerSlam and then next year's WrestleMania. But this is a once-in-a-lifetime match. This is like, there shouldn't be a rematch. You saw that what happened when Rock and Hogan had a rematch at Montreal, and it was just like to prolong the storyline with Vince and Hogan. But if this match ever would happen again, Cena would have to be the heel in the match, and Rock would have to be the babyface in the match, or one of the two. There has to be a clear-cut heel and face of the match, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I think this is a one-time deal. Make this thing huge special, just like Rock versus Hogan 10 years ago in Toronto, Canada. 68,000 people going against The Rock. Yes, it was full force, 95% crowd for Hogan. And when Hogan hit that leg drop, we all thought it was over. Maybe that same moment's going to happen at Wrestlemania in Miami, the hometown of The Rock, where everyone's going to chant for the people. And when that people's elbow, the rock bottom comes, we all think it's going to be over, but it's not. And then John Cena's going to hit that 5-knuckle shuffle with the FU. The sad thing is I don't want to see The Rock tap. If Cena makes a Rock tap at WrestleMania, just be like, why? FU will be more like a legitimate statement. But yes, I do see John Cena defeating The Rock at WrestleMania 28. And just him having to pass the torch on, yeah, I know this video went this way and that way and talking about a lot of random stuff, but it's just a huge thing. And yeah, it's not the match I'm looking forward to at WrestleMania 28, and I'll be doing a preview on that match later on in the week, because we all know the godly match that I'm looking forward to. It's unspoken. If I say it, I will be foaming at the mouth. As I'm speaking of it. But John Cena vs. The Rock, 6 days away. Can you believe I cannot order it on pay-per-view? If you're not ordering WrestleMania 28, please, or if you're not there live, if you're not going to even attempt to watch WrestleMania 28 like by buying it through pay-per-view or anything, like it's like I'm going to skip this pay-per-view. It's like, don't bother watching the Monday after, and just stop watching wrestling completely. Just stop watching WWE altogether if you're going to skip WrestleMania 28, if you're going to miss John Cena vs. The Rock. Plus the other 3 matches that are going to be tremendous on this card. So that's my preview for John Cena vs. The Rock at WrestleMania 28. Make sure, if you didn't watch the documentary that's going to be happening tonight, the once-in-a-lifetime Rock vs. John Cena, which it most likely now, I guarantee, will be going on last, because they're not going to make the mistake of the Rock vs. Hogan at WrestleMania 28. I mean, WrestleMania 18 being the show stealer, and then making Jericho and Triple H go on last. And the crowd was mediocre during that match, because no one could follow Rock Hogan, and no one's going to follow Rock Cena unless they put that godly match on last. But that is for another video. Make sure to check out that documentary if you have not. There'll probably be a link here if someone posted on YouTube, the hour-long documentary that they're doing. But yeah, Rock Cena, don't miss it. Once in a lifetime. Even though it happens every generation. And in 10 years from now, probably, Cena will be facing the new guy. One of these guys that'd probably be in FCW right now. And that will be the guy. Because 10 years later, Cena. Yeah. So that's it. Video's done.